Hey.
Hello. Hello.
See,
Hello.
I have common courtesy.
Hello, everybody.
Trying to get the stream chat
What's
up.
What's up? Bear with us here. We're
Whoops.
still getting set up just a little bit. I want to get the link sent out to some people. But hello, it is time again for the weekly podcast, the FGC podcast. Oh no! Oh no! It's coming through. Let's get some people in here. But in the meantime, let's introduce ourselves. So,
No. Okay, I'm sorry, stream. I'm like trying to pull up the stream chat on the side.
So
Are you also gonna pause or mute the video?
Yeah.
That also would.
So,
be nice.
Now we gotta watch.
we're
the
gonna
ads, too.
introduce ourselves here. We got some. They're not necessarily guests. They're actually They're teammates, and they're on the Lowkick team. But I'll start with myself. I'm Ryan. I'm one of the leaders of Lowkick, and I've been on the podcast the past 3 times. So you should be familiar if you are, if you've tuned in before and seen us before. Yeah, like super hardcore fans. We'll send you a shirt soon. Don't worry. And then have our next person, new person.
Hey.
First time he's been on the stream. Why don't you introduce yourself, Jackson?
Hello, my name's Jackson. That's what I go by. I am the leader behind the leader. I basically handle most of the business documentation and all the fun shit.
So you're the
has
shadow
to go
leader?
with Lowkick. So if there's ever anything you got to say, please say it to my face.
Damn, yeah, he will fight you in IRL. Like,
He's a pansy though. I can vouch.
damn. All right,
I'm gonna see you after this.
and then
And hello, my name is Adivas. For those of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure most of you don't know because none of y'all play Skullgirls, I'm sure. But if you do, hello. And that's all I have to say.
yeah, he's a big Skullgirls player and now
He's
plays
also
DBFZ.
he's also our Discord admin.
Yes,
so
he is now
our
our Discord
friendly
admin.
Discord
So
admin
if you're on
who
Discord,
posts in the chat,
check us out.
please
check us
join
out.
the Discord, be a friend in the FGC, or don't. I
Or
don't care.
I don't.
I'm still
It
working. on
would
that
be very
Discord.
cool if you could join
It's a
our,
lot of work.
our Discord. And then
Hello,
finally,
I am
Drop a link in the chat.
Aaron
Chuckles.
Sterling, or Claws and Bombs is my tag. I'm also a Skullgirls player. I also play other fighting games.
Name two.
Usually what I do in names. Well, the ones I'm entering besides Skullgirls are Street Fighter 5 and DBZ. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Are you a accomplished player?
Am I an accomplished player?
Yeah.
Not personally, no.
Oh.
To a lot of people, I am. But in Lowkick, you'll usually see me like here or commentating, right? So yeah, that's me.
Don't worry, Aaron. Your mom thinks you're a really accomplished player,
Yeah, and I think you're accomplished as well.
and a diva.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not good enough.
I just like to watch, and laugh, and see you. After tournaments, the Aaron that everybody knows after tournaments. Like I said, there's 2 types of Aarons. There's the I'm really upset because I got bodied and that shouldn't have happened. Or there's I can't play this game. I don't know how to play this game. I don't really care about this game. I got bodied anyways, but I'm still having fun and talking shit then. So, but
Yeah. Well,
Hey.
it's whatever.
So I was trying to ask you this earlier, but am I allowed to say like whatever I want?
I would
It's not scared again.
so I would try to
Can I-
keep
can
the
I-
filter
can I
just
say
a little
whatever?
bit. I want it to get too crazy. We are the FGC.
All right.
Fighting games are hype. People talk smack all the
How
time.
PG
So
do I
it's-
have to be?
It's about PG-13.
Oh,
Not the
PG-13.
R. It's PG-13. When you're
So,
like 14 and you're like, yeah, I can go watch. I mean, who doesn't go see PG-13 movies before
Okay.
they're actually?
I was just making
13?
sure that I'm allowed to talk smack because I was
No,
going to
you
make an
can
NRS
talk
player
smack.
joke.
Just profanity on the minimal.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's completely fine.
But-
I don't curse. I'm a Christian.
Oh, all right. Cool.
Don't worry, I don't know what swear words are.
Wholesome.
What
I
are
don't
swear
speak
words?
that devil talk.
Yeah, exactly. You get me.
That's cool. So we got a couple topics we're going to talk about today. Some big thing. I mean, not too much happening compared to last week with all the Marvel stuff, but a few notable things have been happening. I mean, everybody's seeing this Blanca meme. It's everywhere. You know.
Yeah, it's like one of like the hottest, one of the new hot FGC memes.
Yeah.
The Blanca costume. I've seen like people put the Blanca costume like next to like JoJo characters doing like poses.
I've also made that our new emote.
I want Blanca-chan as one of our Discord like memes.
I already did.
Yeah, an
Oh,
emote,
fuck.
right?
Yeah, I already made it the Discord emote.
Perfect. I love that.
Nice.
I love the way it looks.
Well, you
I
hear
think
that,
it's
guys?
dumb.
We have a Blanca emote in our server. Because that makes us special now.
Yeah.
Put
coming
Blanca-chan
out
on everything.
Super original.
I wish Capcom paid me to use Blanca-chan.
Shy. Man, that's hard to say.
Shy.
Look, it's these nerds. Are you serious? Kids these days are worse than the 90s. Than the 90s
Wow. Who are you, bro? I'm watching you right now.
Worse than the 90s are R-A-R-E.
Oh.
No, he just said R, letter R.
We got
Yeah.
grammar Nazi over here.
No, I'm just clarifying. Right. As long as I can read it, I don't really care.
But all right, so what's our first hot topic to talk about this week in the FGC?
So before we dive in anything, let's review last night's tournament.
So Super Saturdays. I don't know if any of you guys were tuning into the stream or you caught the stream last night, but we had some pretty notable players in the building. We had the Arm,
a very
Fernman,
prominent
great
Blizzard
Fernman.
player. I don't
Elvin
know him outside
Shadow
of
made an
it, yeah.
appearance, and he did pretty well. I
Guilty
think he
Gear
made it
player,
quarterfinals. I think he did fifth.
He
Fourth or
got fifth, and then Cawsome Bombs right here got fourth.
Not good
Awesome
enough.
Bombs got fourth. Not good enough.
I mean, against that kind of competition.
Oh, hey, it's
pretty
that guy
solid.
Stavel. Hey,
Oh,
he's
what's
one of
up,
my
that guy
buddies. This is
Stavel?
so to answer your question, Steve. Every week we do a podcast and we talk about the fighting game community. Mr. Shiznai, I know him too. What's up, yo?
What's up, my guy?
How you doing? But yeah, so we're doing a podcast every Sunday about talking about fighting games, relevant topics in the community, tournaments going on in the area. So we're just trying to represent the Midwest and show people that we're not as quiet as the East Coast and the West Coast. Don't take us lightly, because yeah.
The crown means they're a moderator, right?
No.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
That means like Twitch Prime, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Just making sure I'm watching out.
Hey, Shit Pushy, what's up, man?
What's
How
up,
you doing?
Pushy?
Oh, no.
All right, put your pitchfork
Oh,
down,
no.
Jackson. Calm down.
Yeah, for everyone not watching the stream and is just listening to us, we're just saying hi to everyone in the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah, we do have a podcast side of this.
Yeah.
It will be on SoundCloud literally after it's done, and it'll be exported as a
Yeah.
VOD to YouTube. So you can rewatch it there, and you can also listen to it on SoundCloud. We'll be on iTunes soon. I just submitted a request to get us uploaded on there, so you'll be able to listen. And back to last night.
Yeah, so
last night.
pretty good.
I'll pop the stream video in there if you guys want to check it out
Yeah.
later. But go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of players that didn't show up the week before showed up, and it really is like it's nice to see like how many different groups of people are picking up this game. So I'm saying BlazBlue players pick it up, Guilty Gear players pick it up, NRS players surprisingly.
Like, boom. Shade.
Like there's
Just like
no, that's not shade. But like no, I really like the different groups of people that are playing this game, and it's really opening my eyes to the different types of neutral that different types of players play, right? So you see like the anime game players like the Arm or like Elvin Shadow, they'll do like more like complicated block strings that are harder to reflect, right, or like get out of, right? But then on the other hand,
Look at that emote.
like the
What is that? What is that?
it's like 4 parts.
Machine,
of a
stop
face.
it.
But then like the Marvel players like won't have as strong block strings, but their combos will take you like to 30% off one hit, right? So
Said
no,
30? No.
I meant from full health.
Like 50.
To
Oh,
yeah.
from 30. Or like,
No,
not
from full health to 30%. I'm not saying their combos do 30%.
Okay.
Auto combos do 30%. No. But I should have just said like their combos do 70.
Or TOD.
Yeah, or LTD. Yeah, but it's I like it. I like the game. I think it's really fun. I think it's simple, but it's fun.
I've said this before on the stream, but I think Dragon Ball is going to be one of the most impactful games that's entered the FGC since like Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
It's bringing a lot of people in. It doesn't have a huge skill gap. It's easy to pick up, and it's appealing. Like, people love Dragon Ball, and it's doing really good. I was even talking to some people last night, and they were like, nah, there's something about this game that just really resonates with me. Like, it's not like Tekken. Tekken came out, and people were like, oh, yeah, we love Tekken. But then they realize that, you know, they go to tournaments, and they're like, damn, there's people that have been playing Tekken since it came out, since Tekken 2. And I have no idea, because Tekken doesn't have a freaking tutorial. And you're just like, well, how do I learn this game? Let me watch hours of YouTube content before, you know, I understand how to actually play, you know.
Yeah.
So, with Dragon Ball, it's got a pretty comprehensive tutorial. It explains everything.
It doesn't tell you everything.
Oh,
like, there's some mechanics that the players had to just discover one day. So
There's at least 50.
Yeah, so somebody got frustrated and made a Google Drive document. I have to go find it of just like mechanics that just weren't explained.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to be a part of it, we are part of a group chat on Facebook called the Chicago DBFZ group, and they're always talking in there. You know, there's several Discord channels as well, but for some reason there's a lot more people talking in this chat than there are Discords. There's a lot of players that aren't on Discord, but pursue a Twitch sponsor. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are working on that right now. We are trying to do the partnership, and we're almost at the point where we can apply for it. We've been streaming consistently on a weekly basis, twice a week, and we're about to be up to 3 times a week once we add this online tournament. We're doing a DBFC online tournament on Mondays coming here soon. But yes, we will be, to answer your question.
Yeah. But
It's back on the topic of like the tutorial system.
Yeah.
I think overall, like, ArcSys does a really good job formulating a tutorial system that gives you a basic rundown of all of the mechanical play inside of the game. Now, yes, there are some different mechanical play that is in like the layers underneath the game that like higher level players will find out. But a cool thing about the community is they do help each other out, and they do post tech, they do post information like that allows players to grow. And I think that's one of the cool things about like the design of the game. You're not just holding, like, the developer's not just holding your hand throughout the entire experience. They help you to a point, but if you want to progress to a higher plane, then you have to put in more work. And I think that's something that I appreciate more about games nowadays, because I don't want them to just feed me all of the information and make this a completely easy experience. I want it to be like a granular challenge that I can really tackle and make it feel like I've accomplished something.
Well, that's always been fighting games from like the very beginning. Like, because like think back in like Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, you know, Killer Instinct days, there was no tutorial. There was nothing to explain like how like the mechanics of the game worked, right? If you wanted to grab someone, you literally had to like, just randomly like walk up to someone and accidentally like hit forward and like on SNES, I guess the A button, and be like, oh shoot, that was a different attack than I did before. This time, like, he picked him up and tossed him. Like, you know, the game doesn't tell you can do that. You just happen upon it. So, fighting games have always been about, like, finding the tech on your own and being able to apply it. And one of the big things about the fighting game community is being able to share tech with each other.
Yeah.
A lot of times there have been, like, I remember back when, like, I first started playing BlazBlue, like, around Continuum Shift Extend, finding tech was impossible because like people just didn't upload tech. Every time I asked people for tech for stuff, they would tell me, "Oh, just go to Dustloop, just go to Dustloop," and it's like sometimes forums aren't the best, honestly.
Now, what I'm trying to tell people, especially people who are, you know, they play online or they play with their friends at home, the tournament environment is the best place to learn. Right? It's just like pursuing like a martial arts or anything where you have to learn how to fight. You you go to a community gathering or somewhere where they're teaching you, and you indulge yourself in everything that's learned there. When you're playing casual matches, you're learning, and when you're playing tournament matches, you're learning. And sometimes, me and Aaron were even talking last week about how players. So usually, if you ask them, why that didn't work or why a move didn't get through or something like that, they'll sit down and they'll teach you.
I know.
The fighting game is full, or the FGC is full of like good people. Your computer just died.
It's like restarting. Oh yeah, yeah, and I always say that, like, never be afraid to just go up to a top player and just ask them for sets. Or
And those of you who play online and play at home, please come to tournaments. Like, it's a great place. Even if you don't do well, don't be afraid to enter. And if you don't want to enter, come out and play casuals. Like, trust me, once you start going to tournaments, you won't want to stop going. It's great experience, and
Definitely go up to top players all the time. Like, don't treat them like they're gods among men, and like you're not worthy of their time. Like Sonic Fox is a little kid. Okay, he is like 19.
Hey, shout out to Sonic Fox. If you hear what he's saying, you're welcome to come on the podcast and defend yourself.
Oh, of course, dude. We used to talk shit to each other all the fucking time. Like, okay, for hours. Okay, so like.
So tell him your history with Sonic Fox. Since you guys are in the Skullgirls community, that's something that he's a part of. You guys have known a little bit about him and how he plays and everything.
Well, the first time I actually met him, I believe he was like 13 years old, and he was at a Mortal Kombat 9 tournament. And that was back when I was also playing that game as well. And like I was watching him play, and I was like, why is this 13-year-old better than me? Like, it freaking aggravated me, right? And that was really the first time I met him. I was just, wow. I was like surprised that a little kid could be this good at a fighting game, right? And then I didn't meet him again until like online, when like around the time that Skullgirls, like the first year that Skullgirls was out. I met him online. I did not know who he was, right? It's Sonic Fox 5000, but the name didn't ring a bell. So I played him, bopped him, right? And then like that was that. We just ran each other in a quick match. And then another time, like some months later, I ran to him again on Skullgirls. And like he was harder to beat, and I was like, what the hell is wrong with me today? Like I just assumed that, like, oh man, I must be playing like garbage, because like this person I bop all the time is like holding his own, and like we're going even, right? It never occurred to me that he could just got better, right? And then around, I want to say 2014, I think Evo 2014 for Skullgirls, where he made either won or he got second of that tournament. That's when like I finally like was like, this kid is good, or he's getting better, and like everything, like all those little pieces of information about him just kind of like clashed together. I was like, oh, that's that same kid that I met at that one tournament, and like he plays other games, and like he's getting really good and stuff. But as far as like a Skullgirls player as he is now, he's the best Skullgirls player hands down. He plays the game at a level or in a way that every other Skullgirls player does not. And if you ever hope to beat him, you have to get used to playing him. And you're never going to get used to playing him. You're too scared to ask him for sets.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, even if they are like quote-unquote celebrities, the fighting game community is, in the end, it's a community. And you should be able to approach anybody and talk to them like they're normal people, So.
Yeah,
which rounds out why I like that Dragon Ball FighterZ is bringing out so many new people. Like, even to locals, it's cool to see a bunch of new faces and see a community grow. And
I'm sorry.
I want that to continue to happen. Garbage. But I'm glad to see that it's bringing out tons of new people, and I'm hoping it continues that. But going off the continuation of Dragon Ball was the next part of the topic. Was the DLC that's coming out.
So
let's talk about these DLC characters. Are there trailers for this?
Oh no,
just trailers.
Just images, screenshots.
But yeah, the two announced DLC characters, to my disappointment personally, were
okay,
Bardock.
So you don't need to talk about this.
Bardock, who's Goku's father, for those who don't know, and Broly, non-canon like Super Saiyan.
Who was only in a movie.
The legendary
wasn't even-
Super Saiyan.
Look.
It's
Three
cool
movies.
as-
Okay, so before we dive into Dragon Ball, like these characters and stuff, I'm gonna say this. All right.
Here we go.
Okay. Okay. Because I'm just like, look, there's so many interesting characters in Dragon Ball, right? So there's Kid Goku. There's the guy who like threw the pillar and then wrote on it after he threw it. Like, these are very cool characters. Videl, Bulma, Arale. Like, I don't know. Like, and they're like,
Yo,
oh,
give me
these-
some Chi-Chi.
like, these are silly choices. Yamcha's in the game. Yamcha is in the game. I don't want to hear anything about silly choices. Okay? But, like, I don't know. But Bardock and Broly are very famous characters. They're cool. And I think they're going to, like, bring even more people into
I
the
mean,
game.
they're not just cool; they're awesome.
Shout out to our
whatever.
boy Christian. He's saying what's up. He couldn't make it out yesterday. You remember it, the one we met at Uchicon. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Yeah, we're
Yeah.
complaining about the
I'm
DLC.
complaining.
He is complaining.
Oh, no, no,
about the DLC
Don't worry, I
announcement
have
for
I have
Dragon Ball.
complained about it too, but
Um,
it's like
Right.
a little bit separate.
What's wrong with you guys?
They're upset
We'll
with
get
the
to it.
choices they made for the characters that are coming out, and that's Broly and Bardock.
I'm
Aaron's argument is that there are better choices that could have been made, like Master Roshi and just cooler characters.
See,
all
I
around.
didn't even say Master Roshi.
I
You're
think-
already
I
thinking
think
of
Master
yeah.
Roshi would have been a hype. Like, even though he's not as strong as he's
That'd been
portrayed to be in the
I would've
first.
played him.
Look, all I'm saying is Master Roshi is sitting in the stands at the Tournament of Power right now. Yamcha is not. Okay, so
Shots fired. Yamcha voice actor, if you're listening right now, you're welcome to come on the podcast.
hey, come on with it, man.
But
Alright.
I love the decision of Bardock and Broly. Like those, like okay. So for those of you who don't know, I am not a super fan. All right, I don't. Like
I just
Super.
started watching Super. I'm to episode like 40. Like the very first tournament just finished for me. So
Well, I've tried watching Super on multiple occasions. I tried different arcs, and I don't like it. Okay,
look at
right.
chat.
I love Dragon Ball, and I love Dragon Ball Z. So anything that has to do with those two things, I'm all with. Bardock and Broly deal with Dragon Ball Z. That's awesome to me, right? Heck, I even like Dragon Ball GT, even though it's quote unquote not canon,
Yeah.
right? But like seeing that seeing that Arxis decided to bring in Broly gives me hope that we get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, my favorite character.
Oh my
All
god!
time.
Okay.
We have 2 Vegetas.
We have
Already?
3 Gokus. We need 3 Vegetas.
Oh my god!
All right, so
Cooler. All right. Hey, go ahead and
All right,
read
all
up before we do it. We'll bring up the chat. Aaron, go ahead and read up the chat.
Oh,
or
it
if
just
you want.
it just loaded up for me, so like there's nothing there.
all right, we got a Roshi backer.
But yeah, like my thing with
Cooler, get the fuck out.
characters
okay,
and fighters is just
okay.
like
What about Janemba? Pecan? I don't know if I'm saying those right. That's probably a point in Super where I'm not at.
Oh no, those are
Those
Z
are
characters
Z
from like
characters
from the
and
movie.
garbage.
Hey,
Oh,
they actually
I didn't
had-
watch all the movies.
So that
for Z.
dude that is like known for like data mining like all the like fighting games to see like what developers are like planning for the future. He released a bunch of like names that were like in like his data mine that he found in Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and a lot of them were, or some of them was Pecan, Janemba, Bulma. Not to say these are like going to be the DLC characters. These are just the names that were mentioned in the data.
But
I don't have it over here. No.
as you're saying,
I can't. I already
Oh,
lost my train
that.
of thought. That's
Okay,
why I don't like
yeah.
being interrupted.
Sorry, guys, a little bit. We're currently actually. You know what? Shout out to the place who lets us do all of our operations here. They've been a blessing to us, and we're at Raid Gaming Lounge right now. I would do a pan shot like I did last week,
Where'd he go?
but I don't want to
Oh.
mess up the camera.
Yeah, I can't
But
reach the camera
there's
right now.
there's PCs behind us. There's consoles everywhere. We run tournaments here every Saturday. They do events Friday. I'm gonna be streaming stuff on Mondays. You know, we live at this place now. This is our home. So Anyways.
back to the DLC topic.
Oh,
All right.
what are you saying, dude?
All right. So my beef with the Bardock Broly pick. 1. Bardock, Goku's dad. Bullshit. He was there for a background arc. They only barely ever talk about him, and he gets bodied by Frieza. Garbage. Broly, movie character. For 1, movies aren't even that good.
He was in 3
2.
movies.
He was in. Wait, what?
He was in 3 movies.
Oh, okay.
2.
I didn't watch all the Broly movies.
Why are these, like, I wouldn't say he's irrelevant. Everyone knows who the fuck Broly is. I get it. But he's not even, like, canon. And is Android 21 considered canon? Because that's my only defense
No,
to
she
Broly
is.
at that point.
She is.
Yeah.
She's considered canon?
Yes.
Wait,
Then why the fuck
Toriyama
is Bro-
designed her.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought she was just
No,
specific to
Toriyama
Broly.
designed her, so she's canon.
All right.
I guess.
Back to my argument. Fuck Broly. Characters like, say, even though Bulma's not a strong character or even a relevant fighter, you could definitely make like a Kuroneko style kit with her play because she uses gadgets and technology. You could do some crazy stuff with Roshi and his weird, like, misogynistic style of gameplay.
Misogynist.
You should
say
do,
misogynist?
dude. You could do Chi-Chi. Just shut up.
It wasn't another
I'm-
adjective.
Yo, I'm just saying, you know what he is. Anyway, you could do Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi's always been, even though like an overbearing mother, she's a good mom. There's so many different things. You could do Videl, even though Videl becomes stupid with Mrs. Sandman, which I hate because I hate the Great Sandman. Come at me if you disagree.
Oh. You about to have like ultimate go on. Come
Videl
on,
would
man.
also
Sorry.
be a great choice. There's so many other choices they could have picked besides movie filler character X, Y, and Z.
A counter to your Chi-Chi argument, Chi-Chi can't be in the game because she walked up and slapped Super Boo and died. Like, instantly.
Wait, what?
She walked up, backhanded Super Boo for killing her child, and then, like, he just turned her to candy and ate her. No, he didn't even eat her. No, he turned into an egg, and then he just stomped on her.
Is that canon?
Yes, that happened.
Counter to your counter.
Who's in Super? Who's that?
Counter to your counter. Freeze is in the game, and Freeze is dead.
They
So,
brought Frieza back like 3
I'm just
times
saying.
now. It's retarded. I'm done.
Yeah, no, Super. Or,
Being
he's
dead
back.
doesn't count in Dragon Ball. Chaozu is all I have to say to that. You got any beef with this, Ryan?
But
What
yeah,
you got?
I understand.
I mean, what do I got?
Hmm?
I'm just whatever, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, I
It's like,
completely
I'm just kinda like
understand.
I'm just gonna
Casual
stay out of
movie
this.
fan.
Where you guys are coming from with like the whole like, oh, these characters aren't canon, but like, they don't have to be canon. Like, they're all made by Toriyama. They might as well be in the game, right? And Broly and Bardock have been in multiple Dragon Ball Z games. I think it's okay for them to be in another one.
I'm just saying, like, there's like so many other opportunities to try something, especially since Arc System tried something totally different with the style of game that it had potential. And now, if they do it in future releases where it's just like you see different things, then you know what? I don't really have like much ground to say at that point.
Yeah,
But at
how
its
many,
current standing, it's still like a little tilting.
How many
Broly's
DLC
more
characters?
acceptable than Bardock, in my opinion, though.
How many DLC?
Yeah, there's supposed to be like 8 DLC
think,
characters.
yeah,
is what they
8,
said.
yeah.
That's pretty good though.
So I
That's
mean,
awesome.
But
In this
also
case-
2 of them, apparently, I'm sorry.
you're good.
Apparently 2 of them are rumored to be base Goku and base Vegeta.
All right, that's kind of dumb.
That's I
Like,
yeah.
excuse
What?
What? Why?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. After hearing that,
I don't know about that.
I redact all my statements.
Base
That's
Goku,
dumber.
but-
That's dumber.
But not Kid
than
Goku.
these-
Like Kid Goku, you could give him the staff and he'd have like pull normals. He'd be like a sword character.
That'd be my character.
That'd be cool. You could like twirl it, have like multi-hit normals.
Stop
So
it.
But that's that's an
Yo, he could use
unconfirmed
flying
rumor,
Nimbus,
though.
bro. It'd
Yeah,
be
he can
cool.
stop
It would
it.
be cool
Oh,
as shit.
Shoot.
I'm just saying.
What do we get? We get
Arc-
base Goku. The
Arc
probably,
system.
oh, he has a spirit bomb.
It's okay.
And
It's an unconfirmed rumor for now, so we'll see, and we'll see how Broly and Bardock are. Maybe they'll be good. Maybe they'll be fun. You know,
Broly better have armor.
Arxis, if you're listening, come on the podcast. Somebody from your design team, PR team, whoever it is,
Listen to me. Listen
Come
to me. I'm
on
trying to
here.
help you.
and tell us. Let us know. We got some stuff in the chat, Aaron. If you want to read it.
How-
out.
Yeah, so Dolph152 says, I can see Kefla, Vegito, maybe Blue Vegito, Kava. Let's be real,
Okay.
Super makes them hella money, and they could totally be boosting Super in this game. Truthfully, I wouldn't care which characters they're putting in as long as it's Dragon Ball characters. And
Not Lars
not
from Tekken.
From Tekken. Okay.
Okay,
So-
that's a
he-
good point.
He went the marketing route. I like you because he went that route. That's kind of cool. So I'm okay. That's a good defense for that argument.
Because Lars, so for those who don't know, I forget which Ultimate Ninja Storm it was. 2, I think. Lars was in it.
Wait, what? Oh, Storm?
Yeah.
Yeah, too.
Yeah. So Lars was just there. No one expected him to be there.
Well, the reason is because the dude who created it also designed Lars's costume for Tekken 6.
Yeah.
So he was like, well, since I designed this costume for this character, I'm going to put him in my game. That was pretty much it.
Wait, Lars is a Ninja Storm?
Yeah. Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. He had a gun.
He had a gun.
Kind of cool.
So like, yeah, everyone had like a shuriken attack, and like for his shuriken attack, he just took out a minigun and shot it.
Yeah, he literally pointed that out as you guys were talking about it. He's like, remember when they added Lars to Storm 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
But like, as far as the data mining dude, like, so I was looking at the names that he was like, that he like found, and like, again, like it's just some data mining, but like, Kefla was not on that list. Everyone, like I think Janemba was on that list, Picon was on that list, Vegito was on that list. Broly was not on that list though, so there's a chance for like
There's the
characters that wasn't
potential.
mentioned, yeah, to be on there.
Just have to wait and see at this point. But like if it develops and you get some more interesting characters over time, you know what? Honestly, I think the community will be happy with it overall.
I think it'd be weird
Like
to put
there'll be
Broly-
more positive outlook than there will be like negative backlash.
I think it's weird to put Broly and Kefla in the same game, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me, though.
Yeah, because that one's like the actual confirmed legendary Super
Yeah.
Saiyan. So it's
Eh.
we'll get to if it happens, we'll get to it when we get to it.
I
We'll
mean,
cross that bridge when we come to
We're
it.
allowed to have 3 Gokus. We're allowed to have 2 Brolys.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, Aaron's computer died on us, and now it's doing Windows updates.
it's been on 0% complete for like the past.
And
30
of course,
minutes.
you didn't upload that list to a drive or anything, did you?
No.
All right, we'll freestyle. I
So-
think.
Oh, you want our next topic?
Yeah.
Our next topic is Blanca.
All right, let's talk about
All
Blanca.
right, yeah, let's talk about Blanca. All right, so
Photographic
Blanca,
memory.
I think he's out, right?
Is-
Isn't he
what's-
already?
Is
I
it?
don't play Street Fighter.
Okay,
If
well,
he,
I-
if,
did say
I
if it's for
heard-
it's the free trials, if he is like Sakura. Has
Yeah,
the free
yeah.
trial.
Well, he's playable now, right? And after like watching his trailer and like observing him and just saying, I think that his redesign, just like Sakura's, is I think while staying true to the character, it also gives us like a little more new stuff, right? So like some of his V Trigger 2.
He's not out until the 20th. So.
Oh, it's not out until the 20th. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
it's like
soon.
it is.
You want to throw the
18th.
trailer?
It's the
up?
18th, so
Yeah,
about 2 days.
we're almost there. Well, I can throw the trailer up on stream here. If you guys can keep talking, I'll let you know once it's ready
Yeah,
to roll.
but yeah, like his V Trigger 2 combos like allow you to like just go way in the air and just kind of disorient any like kind of Street Fighter player. Cause like we think it's weird when like the hit counter goes above like 10 hits, right? But like you see like Marvel style combos or you like take them like off screen stage. It's like, whoa, hold on, like what's going on here? But he has a command grab now. Like
Sorry, go ahead. We're good.
but yeah, he's looking pretty solid.
Did you watch Vesper Arcade's demonstration of them?
Oh, I did. I haven't watched that yet.
Oh, you haven't watched it? Dang.
Yeah,
I
I will. I
give
will
us some
later.
insight.
Though. Yeah, but
Oh, look, 1%.
Dude,
ooh,
Oh, yeah,
So-
here's the trailer.
pull it up. Let's check it out.
yeah. Let's take a look at this trailer. Yeah.
Turn it down a little bit.
We're all completely silent. They can still hear us.
Oh
by
yeah,
the way.
yeah. I was like, oh okay.
No, they can still hear us.
Yeah, as you can see, like you can like do like cross ups with his little flip, right? Yep. V trigger run, yeah. Probably like a mix up V trigger more than anything. And yeah, this is like this is what I was talking about earlier. Where it's like you know, I don't think any other character can really do anything like that in Street Fighter stuff. Like maybe Vega, right? But it's not. It doesn't look like this.
Like he legit hits you so hard that he hits you in like a different game. He hits you in a marble.
Hey,
that's how hard he pops
That's not
you
the
up.
most ridiculous thing you've seen in that game.
I mean, it's not the most
Like-
ridiculous
like
thing.
Alex
I mean, like
Lauri
Abigail's
hits
in the
you
game,
so
and
hard
that's
that
honestly
like
ridiculous.
you flip 5 times, land on your feet, and then reel back. Like, what the heck just hit me? Okay, but of what little I saw the Best for Arcade's demonstration, I didn't actually watch the whole thing. They did mention that his V trigger, I'm not sure if it's V trigger 1 or 2, but it pretty much lets him like use his EXs.
I feel like that's the second one, maybe.
Without you know, spending EX meter. So like his EX, like Blanca Ball that goes upward, is like invincible. So if you have V trigger, you don't have to spend meter for it. You can just have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to our boy underscore. He says Street Fighter is his sponsored game now. That's pretty tight.
Nice.
Congrats,
There
man.
you go.
Yo, good for you, my guy.
I don't know, 20 if yeah. But yeah. So Blanca has been he's also been infamous for being a character that people
Dislike.
they
Jeez.
don't like him because
Yeah.
like
He's the troll character
I
in the
kind
game,
of
bro.
put him in the same category as E Honda because E Honda's like headbutt, right? It's like you could punish it, but like after he hits you, flips back, and you're just like, well, what am I supposed to do about that? Right? But like that's Blanc. Like so, if you take that move and make it a character, like that's Blanc, right? And then also like his like little lightning thing where you like mash. It might be a move in 5, but
No, it's a move.
yeah, it's a move. But yeah, like where he like sits and electrifies himself, and if you touch it, like you get knocked back, right? So it's like I don't know. I think they're gonna make him like a little bit more sufferable. I'm not even sure if that's a word. Insufferable is a word. I don't know if sufferable is. But yeah, they'll make him a little tolerable. Yeah, there's a word. I feel like they'll make him a little bit more tolerable. In 5, he certainly looks a lot more interesting than all those previous iterations.
What are you talking about? He has like all that hair on his body for no reason.
I'm just talking about his moveset, not his like actual design.
Like they took hair and they were like, let's glue this here and let's glue this here, and like
He's like a Build-A-Bear. Look at Blanca-chan.
I think he goes to the same stylist that Akuma
like
went to.
Yo.
is it actually isn't it sad that like
Honestly,
Blanca-chan
if
looks
they
way
saw like a
better
Blanca-chan like plushie, like I would get
the
that.
Blanca-chan
That's
looks
funny.
way better than like the
That's
standard
hilarious.
like way Blanca looks in Street
Like,
Fighter
he's just
5.
like-
So dumb. Man, it's so funny like watching it in motion because the face is like on his chest.
Dude, it's
so like
ridiculous.
when he's like standing there like this, right? His face is right here. So like he's doing all his moves and it looks like he's doing this. It looks like he's going because the costume like it looks like he's looking down.
Also, like, the costume is also really cool to look at, but like I think in like a match, it'd be the most annoying thing.
It'll probably be like one of those band costumes.
No,
honestly.
Because like
I mean,
it's-
I'm just saying, like, if you can't tell where his fucking hitbox is,
like,
okay, look.
it's
like, he's just, like-
distracting and like he kind of looks bigger in some areas and
Okay.
bigger and like
Here.
smaller in some areas, and it's just like all right, I know what this kick looks like, but when he's in this costume, like what? Like, he just becomes like like an NRS character, and like like when they do that down 3 and they just like stand on like one knee while crouching and just go like like that animation is terrible, by the way.
I mean, like on the bright side, now Abigail has like another meme character to go into the cast.
Yeah, see, yeah, a lot of people like they didn't like Abigail either, and they're just like, oh, like this character's ugly, he's big and dumb and slow, and I'm like, well,
Dude, tell everybody why you love Abigail.
okay, I love Abigail. Don't burn me at the stake for this, right? Because I think he's the character that actually completely encompasses a part of what Street Fighter V is all about. right? So if this character touches you, you explode and you die, right? Street Fighter didn't used to be like that. In Street Fighter 4, you had maybe like 5 or 6 chances, really. Like, your opponent could have like really good combos, but like you still needed confirms, you still needed reads, the whiff punishing existed a lot more elegantly than it did in 5.
I mean, Evil Ryu was a character.
Yeah.
El Fuerte was also a character.
I mean, no, they weren't played.
Hello? where were you been?
Evo?
PR Balrog played Evil Ryu.
Wait, you played Evil Ryu?
Yeah, he played Evil Ryu. Like that became I think that became his main at some point. Like he just stopped playing Balrog in Street Fighter 4.
All right,
and then
yeah,
like I forgot who played El Fuerte. There was a really famous El Fuerte player, and like his name is just in the void, in the
but
abyss.
even it's not even just about the damage either. Like he's bigger than any other character in the cast by far. A lot of unblockable attacks. He can like swat your projectiles back at you. He's just like a big mean bully, right? And and I feel like a lot of that is what Street Fighter 5 is. It's like seeing an opponent that's just in your head and seemingly just knows everything you're gonna do.
Or when he sticks you in midair by your head and goes up.
Yeah, that's super.
So a grappler.
No, okay, yeah, but like not something of the size of the screen. At least Zangief's just like, oh, it's like I can see that. Like that's a person. Abigail doesn't even like seem like a person the first time you see it. Like I've shown the trailer to people like when he came out, and we're like, wait. That's a character? What? like it looks like a boss. It looks like something that's.
Let's talk about the
playable.
noises he makes when he hits people and he gets hit.
Abigail?
Yeah, he's like a car.
He just says Abigail.
He's really loud.
He drives into the map.
Oh yeah, so yeah, one of my favorite parts about him is like one of his quotes is oh, I have to get out of here. I have to go balance my checkbook.
Oh yeah, doesn't he run a business?
So he runs a car repair shop, and so it's like it's implied that at some point Abigail went to college and got a degree in finance or something, or at the very least got a trade in the car manufacturing or something. So like I'm just imagining him walking into class like with like glasses on and a notebook, and he can't fit in the door, so he has to sit outside and look to the window.
What if he has like a tailored suit the size of his arms, and he just like walks in with like this really big like business casual? He's just like, sorry guys, I'm late. He like sits down.
He sits down in the floor,
and the desk is just like this big, and he's just like writing down the notes. He's got like glasses on.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, Dolph 152. I do just want to be a bully because like Karin is my main character. My subs are Colleen and Manat. Yeah, no, I personally don't play Abigail. I like to move. I like being able to move around the screen. Yeah, for everyone saying he's broken, just outmaneuver him. Really, like it's not that hard. I know he's big and scary, right? But remember, you can't lose if you don't get hit.
Oh, remember,
right?
like it's prominent in like fighting games for the longest time that like people don't like grapplers, or they don't like playing against grapplers because they always feel as like they can't do anything against them, because playing as a grappler, your whole thing is about reading your opponent and making them feel worthless. Yeah. And so people don't like to feel that way. So like they generally just have a big distaste for grapplers. Like Potemkin and Tager used to be like that. They are no longer like that, in my opinion, right? I mean, you still can get to that level, but it's way harder, right? Like, honestly, the only Potemkin that can do grappler things with Potemkin is FAB. And, like, I don't even know who plays Tager now.
Yeah. Would you consider, like, playing, like, grappling characters like that easy?
Okay. No.
Just out of curiosity.
Because the thing about playing a grappler is you have worse neutral than the rest of the cast. Every cast member is usually able to outmaneuver you, or at least keep you out with like all their projectiles and like all that stuff, right? You're playing from like garbage until you touch them. So if people lose to a grappler and they get red and all that stuff, that's because they screwed up at neutral. That's how I've always felt anyway.
Because you can't get grabbed unless you're at near point blank range. Like some grapplers have like rushing grab, so like Zangief's running grab, Android 16's like medium grab or his EX grab. But like usually like the startup of them is so slow that you can like neutral jump and press a button on the way down, right? And even if with the EX grab, they have to spin a bar to do that, right? So yeah, really it's all about just staying out of their grab range and not jumping because some grapplers have air command grabs.
Shout out. So underscore, he wants to play you. He wants to play us.
Hey, hold on. He said you guys.
So let me throw this out there.
Means these two.
I don't play Street Fighter.
I'm
not even good at fighting games, right? I just love
Brad's
the
like, I don't even play fighting games.
No, I watch them, I dissect them, I follow them. I'm in the community, right? I'm more of a tournament organizer. I've said this several times. Like, I love the games. I don't have time to.
Though.
Yeah, you know what? That was the only game I had a somewhat grasp on. You know, like I feel like if I had more time to play it, I love it. That game has. Just the aesthetic's great. Oh my god.
That happened yesterday too.
Hopefully it didn't just
while me and the arm were
sorry.
commentating.
Yeah, and I was listening and it went through and it was like the loudest thing you'd ever hear, and everybody was like, "My ears."
Yeah.
But anyways,
but going back to underscore, on level of like difficulty, I'm like your beginner tower in like MK. He's like
low tier trash.
Low tier. He's like one tower above me, at least now. He's like expert, and then for Street Fighter, I don't know what you're at. You're higher. You're like three towers higher than me.
And
fight them.
A lot of
is what I'm
games.
trying to say.
Don't fight
us.
The only reason Adivas isn't better than me in Street Fighter is because he doesn't like it and he doesn't play it. And even then, we're kind of on the same level in Street Fighter. He's definitely a better fighting game player than me. I'm not like afraid to admit that. But yeah, if you want to play Lowkick, we're too.
I don't
Anytime.
want none.
You know what?
If
we could also do some. I said this last week. I want to have an hour and a half portion for the stream where we talk about all of our topics and information and everything. But after the stream, if we have people, we could run exhibition matches and grudge matches afterwards and then have some just hype content. So if you guys have anybody that you've been wanting to play and you want to run back or something like that, let them know. You can bring them on the stream afterwards and we can run an extra like half hour to an hour.
I'll PayPal you $5 bet. Like,
yeah, we can bet.
If
we
you
can do
fight-
we can do money matches too.
but you can only fight with one hand.
What? It's unfair.
That's fair to me.
No.
I don't want to lose $5.
Okay.
But yeah.
So Wednesday, now this is a first time announcement. I have not announced this yet. I haven't messaged anybody yet. I did do a poll on the Facebook page about doing tournaments on Wednesday, but I'm going to need help and volunteers from the community because I don't have access to a lot of the people that usually help staff my events, and the first couple of weeks I might even be gone. But I have an idea for an FGC night that we're going to do on Wednesdays, and based on player feedback and the community, what they requested is that we do Marvel, we do Street Fighter V, Guilty Gear, and then Blaze Blue, right? And then we can run other games on the side, casual. But those would be the 4 tournament games. And I kind of, like the vision I have for that night, I want to make it like a fight club and make it really hype. Just everybody comes out once a week. And it'll be an FGC night, of course, kind of like how Ignite has their FGC night, and there's other FGC nights all around. But we can have ours, and I want ours to be Fight Club themed, like, you know, like 1950s boxing type style, you know. Men
like
in here
some
going
Don
crazy,
King
everybody
looking.
going nuts, you know. And it, I should probably back up and say it's not exclusive to just men. That was wrong.
Alright.
Sorry.
Alright. Okay.
But that, you know, that Fight Club feel where everybody's getting riled up and hype, and we've got, you know, grudge matches going, we got money matches going, we got stuff popping off, people are freaking out, you know, fun little thing to do on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
But yes, so to answer your question, Not this Wednesday, maybe not next Wednesday. I still have to get the people. So if anybody would like to volunteer for a Wednesday night throwdown, we can absolutely do that.
Our next topic that we have is something I'm gonna stay out of because I don't know anything about Smash 4. But
yeah.
Okay, so
that was
here we
actually
go.
the first one I put on the list.
So
Bayonetta.
speaking of
I'm glad that he has such a good
Yeah.
memory.
speaking of specific characters such as like your Blankas and your Abigails, and everyone wants to whine about saying like, "Oh, Abigail's too overpowered. You should ban characters in games. Like this is League of Legends."
So imagine that, but imagine if Abigail had like movement too, right? Right. So Bayonetta is, from what I've seen, right? Because I kinda played Smash for a while, but then I saw a GIF of Bowser pivot grabbing Ike's forward tilt from near full screen on Final Destination, and I quit the game forever. Right. So I don't play it anymore. Right, but from when I did play it, I had enough game knowledge to see that Bayonetta does not play like any other character. Right, she is a combo character in a game that is not about combos. Now, combos are in Smash, but Smash is more about neutral. It's more about getting the hit right and making sure that your move that kills connects. That's the move that matters.
Yo, Ian's
right?
here.
Oh,
I sent him the message
Thank you.
for Smash because I knew he was going to be
That's my
key to this conversation.
anyway, Ian or Poco Quinn in the chat. Bayonetta is like, okay, combos are a big part of her game, right? I don't know if she's a combo character altogether, but if you want to look, if I'm right, say I'm right, Ian. Like don't like confuse me.
Okay.
But like, anyway. She's a light character from what I understand, but like also she like there's like one hit KO sequences with her that you can get out of, but like they're hard to do, right?
Oh,
yeah.
so you can get out of her TODs. Then in that case,
You can like what's the term for
SDI.
moving while you're getting hit? SDI.
DI.
Yeah.
SDI. Smash DI. In
Yeah,
which case,
yeah.
people should stop complaining. Just get good. Right.
Okay. So one side of yeah. So our actual Smash player friend, her touch in the chat says her touch of death is often. It's not true from the ground, right? But you see that a lot. You see like people running and they'll get tagged by her up tilt where she does this, right? And they'll launch and she'll follow them. And if you watch the player getting hit, you can see them kind of trying to move away from her. But she can also read those and adjust her combo to like chase you, right? So it's like, I don't know, like.
All right, so I got an argument for this. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. What's your argument from someone looking into the Smash community?
All right, so like I am not a Smash 4 player, but I do follow a lot of Melee. So what I'm seeing is that everyone's complaining about Bayonetta simply because, or lately now, because like there was that tournament where like there was 3 Bayonettas and like top 8, and like all of them made like they all made like first, second, and third.
Right? I think so. Yeah.
They all made first, second, and third. Or
I don't
think
pay
they
attention to
they were
Smash,
spread
honestly.
out. Ian, if you know the Bayo count number for top 8 in Frostbite, please let us know. I believe a Bayo won, and there were 2 other Bayos in top 8. I could be
Second,
wrong.
third,
there.
and fourth.
Oh, second, third. Okay, so a Bayo didn't win,
Rosalina
but
took first.
there were Rosa took first. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Bayonetta didn't win, but right below that were just like the whole witches clan of Bayonettas, right? Like her whole race was down there. Right?
I mean, so like
Yeah.
that right there just goes to show that there is no reason to ban the character. Like, if Melee players can put up with Fox, who is unquestionably the best character in that
And
game,
will never not be the best character in Melee,
Like,
sadly.
there is never
based
going
on
to be like
frame
any
data.
patch for Melee, and none of them are like trying to like change the game. They're like, play whoever the heck you want, but you know, at the end of the day, the same people are gonna make top 8.
now, question, right? For others like Ian and like other Smash players that are watching, like, So I know Ice Climbers had a thing called what was it where you grab them again, and
Oh,
it's like-
wobbles.
okay, so
Wobbling.
wobbling, right? So I know that that's a thing.
No.
Bayo is 100%
More
more busted
than
than
Melee Fox for what it's worth. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I know wobbling was like a thing where like if you got it started, like that's it for you, right? If they knew how to do it, right? Were Ice Climbers banned in the Melee scene?
Wobbling's banned.
Wobbling was banned. Okay, so what was it like? You could only do 3 reps, and then
so-
you had to let them go.
You
know,
can go if you go past 300%.
Yeah. So
You're
basically,
DQ'd.
the whole rule was that way.
But now
because
it's just
wobbling is just an infinite thing you can do.
Yeah.
So the whole rule was literally just not to timer scam. Okay.
Oh, wobbling wasn't banned.
Yeah, it wasn't
says.
banned. You could
Like
just
in any capacity.
you just couldn't timer scam.
Oh, you just couldn't time scam with it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
All
like,
right.
you couldn't ran the entire 8-minute
It's like
clock.
it's like a soft ban.
Yeah.
Salt man. Okay. All right. Well, like the way I see it is because like almost every team comp that people made in Marvel 3 had an infinite, right? Storm had one, I believe. Amy had one. Like even though like the less popular characters, but like yeah, the more popular ones like Doctor Doom, Magneto, they had infinites that you would see like almost every top 8, right? And you would get hit by that, and you just like, oh well, like I'm just gonna think about the next match, right?
Yeah.
In fact, but like at one point it got so bad. I think every Marvel player knows this gif. Like the round started, and I forget which character Nova was grabbing, but Nova jumped forward, grabbed the character, and before the grab animation even finished, right, he pressed start and restarted the match, right? Because this is like, I'm not gonna survive this Nova combo that's gonna do 100%, and I'm not gonna block this like 2 incoming mix-ups. Right, I guess it's what the player was like, right? So like, I think that it's just like, if there's a way to get out of it, right? If there's or if there's a way to avoid it even happening in the first place, right? Like it's
fine. Like
you have to find the gaps. You have to find them. You have to exploit them, right? And you have to like just fight against it. It might be very hard, but if it's possible and doable, right? You can hate the person for doing it, right? And like they can get like the character can get nerfed, but the funny thing is like Bayonetta was already nerfed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like even just reading like the patch list from pre-patch Bayonetta to the current, like her list was so much longer than every other character's, and even if you didn't play Smash, it was just like, wow, they made this character like near unplayable, right? But she's still getting second, third, and fourth engagement, right? So it's like, I don't know, like maybe another nerf is in question.
Okay,
Is
wait,
in
whoa,
order?
whoa, whoa.
I
Now
don't
you
know.
lost me. So what's your point? Is it your point that she doesn't need a nerf, or is your point that she does need a nerf?
My
Well, he's saying maybe, so I don't think he even knows. What
Okay,
he
so
wants.
from our actual Smash Play plan, he's saying people's problems with Bayonetta are mostly that she is the hardest character to combo, which time basically kills at any percent, the best recovery, the best edge guards, good damage, a kill throw, strong mix-ups, etc. Not as much a combo game. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm talking about her combo game as much because like I'm a little biased. Like I played the Bayonetta games and all that. Right, but yeah. Also defensively, so for those who don't know, one of Bayonetta's like key like mechanics is witch time, right? And while it is a counter, right, you can't throw it, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, the other counters in the game you can throw, right? So even if they do it, you can just be like, oh, just throw them instead of hitting them. You cannot throw witch time, right? And if you get tagged by it, or even if like yeah, and it's a frame 5 counter, which is very fast, but even if you like touch it in the vicinity, you slow down. And she has a ton of time to either walk you over to the edge of the stage and like smash you or like get a combo started or anything like that.
Doesn't it last less time the more time she uses it?
I believe so.
So like you can't like spam it.
Yeah.
The more it can the more often you use it, the less it goes.
Yeah.
But I believe it still has a recharge.
Yeah. But like but also even when you start hitting her, right? So she has a mechanic called Bat Within, right? Which means like if you hit her, but like she presses, I think she presses the shield button on like either the frame you do it or the frame before you hit her. She disperses into bats and like negate. Like I don't think it negates the damage. I think it just prevents her from getting knocked back.
Yeah,
right?
that's annoying.
Yeah, yeah. In the
Whoa.
game, yeah. So and the funny thing is, it's not even canon the way it works. So the way Bat Within works in her games is like if you get it in the games, when she turns back into a person from the Bat Swarm, Witch Time activates. So if it works like it did in the game, it'd be even worse, right? But like, yeah, in Smash, she just turns into the bats, and the knockback is negated, and like, Witch Time doesn't activate like your games. That'd be stupid. But okay, never mind. He says, it says if Bat Within is activated, she takes less than half damage. Oh, okay. So this is funny, right? Like, we're like operating off of like half knowledge from like Bayonetta and Smash.
You know what?
I mean, I'm just
I
bouncing
think
off
we
of
should
you,
have
dude.
brought a Smash player on the
We
podcast.
should have.
And I encourage you to come on the podcast
Please.
sometime. If you're off on Sundays or you have some free time, maybe come out and we'll talk more and have you.
Please explain
talk
to us
more
why
about
Bayonetta
Smash,
is
'cause
destroying your game.
we are not that knowledgeable about Smash.
Pick something I can talk about.
Hmm?
Pick something I can talk about.
Pick something you can talk
Yo,
about.
no. So,
Oh.
real quick, I want to give my
Oh.
reaction to this argument.
Yeah.
So the problem with the Bayonetta banning situation, quote unquote, comes from two different factors. One, we have the developer. Now, Nintendo doesn't exactly support the Smash games as much as you'd like, because their true intention from the developing standpoint was not to be a fighting game.
Right.
Yeah.
They were meant to be a party game, but the community formulated it and took it and made it into a fighting game, because that's just how the nature of it's been brought up throughout over the years and how it's evolved. And in my personal experience, I enjoy it more as a fighting game than as a party game.
Mm-hmm.
But since that, the developer does treat it like that for the most part, in which case it's half their fault that a character like that busted is released and is playable, and it's like you got half of the community issue with it. So I mean,
So
you can see it from both sides, but the second problem that stems from that is in fact the community. I understand that this character is in fact busted, but going off the games you brought up,
He's like,
going off
"What?"
the games you brought up earlier, aka MVC3,
Like just about
Dr.
every
Doom,
character could use,
Virgil. No, you just
Amaterasu, a character that
It's
wasn't
like-
even played that often, had an infinite.
like the fact that I've experienced TOing and commentating at MVC tournaments, to see people they get hit and they're just like, "Well, I lost," and I'm just like, "But you still have 3 characters." Yeah, but
I'm dead.
I lost.
I'm dead.
I-
Yeah, the first time I seen
I
that,
don't
was like,
think
wait.
that's a good way to make a game.
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
That's bullshit.
Okay, so going from I was talking about how many chances you have in Street Fighter 4, right? So let's talk about this in team game math, right? So you have 3 characters, right? Let's say at round start you get hit, right? So depending on the game you're playing, in Marvel 3, you have 1, maybe 2 chances to get hit. In Skullgirls, if you're playing in 3v3 format in Skullgirls, right, you have 2 or 3 resets, right? And
Per
so,
character, so it's 12.
huh?
You're saying you're talking about the amount of chances you have after you.
Yeah,
get
altogether,
touched?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so
in Marvel
each-
3,
yeah.
you have 3 chances.
Yeah. I'm saying they
Alright.
might drop it.
All right. Marvel 3, you have 3 chances.
It's just
Marvel
like,
2.
Marvel 3, you have 3.
Marvel
Right.
2, you had 6 or 8 chances.
Yeah.
Skullgirls, you have 12 at the least.
Yeah.
And whatever.
So
other
Infinite,
team
Marvel's
games.
Capcom Infinite, yeah, I think you have 4 chances.
I don't even play that game.
Yeah, because I don't think I've seen one hit KOs in Infinite, but a lot of it was getting a combo, knocking them down, and then if they didn't block the mix up, their character died, and it's 2v2, so you have 4 chances, right? So, and this goes for new fighting game players too. Try not to think of when you get hit as, oh, this combo's gonna do a bunch of damage, right? Fighting games get a lot more. You get a lot more relaxed when you see yourself getting hit, and you're like, okay, I can survive this, which means they're
What am I
about
gonna-
to go
yeah,
for a
What am I
reset,
going
right?
to do next? How
Yeah.
am I going to predict,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you're getting hit doesn't mean your character's about to evaporate and your controller's about to catch on fire and everyone's gonna laugh at you. No,
I know.
Yeah,
I
just-
think that's a big problem
Yeah.
when getting into fighting games. Like even for myself, like you get hit, you're just like you're stunned. You're just mentally stunned. You're just like, all right, what do I do now? What do I do? You know.
Yeah.
But
So,
never forget that it's
Mash.
never over until
You
it
see that
says
KO flag.
game
So it's-
over
right.
or KO or something like that. 'Cause there's been plenty of cases where, like, if the person had given up, they would not have gotten the win. Like Daigo versus Justin Wong. Daigo had like how much health left when he did that parry, and he won that.
Pixel in a dream.
Yeah.
Okay, he had a
That was
pixel in a dream.
insane.
Freaking Justin Wong and versus Yipes in MVC2. He was down to Cyclops. Cyclops. It's not even
Versus
a
a
top
full
tier
team.
character. Not even a top tier character versus a full team. Playing against
top tiers.
MVC. MVC.
Yeah.
IFC Yipes.
IFC.
All right. Playing Magneto, Storm, Psylocke. Right. And Justin Wong won that with Cyclops. Okay.
Like, yeah, it's so very important to don't give up. Do not give up.
Don't
As
give
long
up.
as your character
But-
is still standing,
Oh.
you can win.
There was another time, like, Sonic Fox versus Liam in Skullgirls. Like, Liam, it was like Northwest Majors, not Northwest Majors, it was NEC. It was like NEC, like 14 or 15, something like that. And, like, Liam was beating Sonic Fox that time, and, like, he had gotten Sonic Fox down to his last character. And, like, he was going to kill him, but then he had dropped his combo, and Sonic Fox brought that whole game back with a pixel of life.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
But like,
don't remember if I.
oh sorry.
No,
But,
you're
like,
good.
like-
No,
like-
go ahead. I
like-
was trying
like-
to-
like- like it goes off of though. Back to my second point about the community. Like if you look at MVC3 as like the perfect example of just ridiculousness in fighting games, but you see like the same team comps that make up top 8, top 16s. You see your Dr. Dooms everywhere, and it just goes to a point that you just have to. I mean, if you want to win, you have to adapt, play. Like, yes, that's a busted character, but they're playing it to the best of their potential. And if you want to win, play the meta, or don't and have fun. Like, or you could play both and have fun playing the meta. Like, there's so many different ways to play it, but like by banning a character, you're like cutting corners on how to be better at the game.
Yeah.
Like, you're not trying to learn how to beat the character. You're just saying, well, this is so broken that I just want it to be banned so I don't have to deal with it.
Like we already know that like grapplers are universally like a universally hated character archetype, right? Let's say that from every fighting game released now until the end of time, right? There's no grapplers, right? And every fighting game that's already out right now, they just ban grapplers, right? So you can't play Zangief, you can't play Waldstein, you can't play Iron Tiger, so on and so forth, right? Wouldn't that be unfair to like people who just like, oh, I just want to play grapplers because that's the kind of character archetype I like, right? Now, if you just happen to like Nine the Phantom in Blaze Blue, right, and you're not just being like, oh, yeah, I like her, sure, right? No, you actually like her, right, and you're playing her, right? And people are like giving you crap. It's just like, you just happen to like a top tier, like, and yeah, this goes for like the other side of the table. The people who are playing the top tier characters, don't like let people make you feel bad about playing.
Yeah, don't let people ruin the game for you.
Right, that you love, yeah. Because like, sure, your character just happened to be top tier, like cool, right? But like, just do it. Like, fighting is fighting, man. Some characters are gonna be worse. Some characters are gonna be better. It's really up to the players and the players' minds, right? Because people forget this, but fighting games are a competition of the mind. They're not a competition between characters, right? It's a competition between the players, right? So while your opponent's character might have better tools than your character does, you just have to make up for it with your mental strength, right? So if you know they're gonna do this broken setup a billion times, you know what they're gonna do. Counterplay it.
Hey, hey Aaron.
Yeah.
Right?
What?
Right?
What are you talking about?
Right? Right?
Yeah,
The
but
playoff,
All right, so I say
but-
right a
but-
bunch.
but-
Apparently,
I'm gonna. You mind if I
subconsciously, yeah.
Go
get
ahead,
into the
go
second
ahead.
topic?
Oh, you're not. You're going to.
Yeah, I was gonna because
I was going to like build off of you though.
Okay.
Like, I thought we were
Fire,
buddies,
fire,
man.
fire.
buddies, pal. Okay.
I loaded the ammunition. Shoot the gun.
Okay. Anyway, so build up what you were saying about, like, you know, having, if you don't want to be competitive, have fun. Pretty much one of the things that I've come to like notice. I've been in the FGC for years, like since 2011, because like I started with MK9, right? Everyone seems to, or a lot of people who are getting into the FGC seem to like really care way too much about being competitive, making a name for themselves, being a top 8, going to Evo, getting that money, being a celebrity, and all that stuff, instead of just having fun with the game,
Yeah.
right? So when you get that competitive mindset, right, losing hurts more. Improving becomes a way harder, because instead of like trying to, instead of like, because like a lot of times, because losing becomes like so like hard on your head that like, dang, I lost, like I feel defeated. Like getting it better from that is hard. It's like going from a depression, sort of. Like, I mean, maybe that's a terrible like comparison, but
Oh, no,
Can be, like,
I mean, okay. So getting a little real right here.
oh, we get real.
Right, just for a few seconds, right? I've been through both of those, right? And Leaves is right. It's kind of like the same. Like you kind of have to claw your way out of that, right? And be like, you know what? I'm gonna use this energy to propel myself, right? Because you sit there and be sad that you lost and that you suck and you'll never get better, or you can use that energy to explode yourself to new heights, right? Like that's like you don't just have a bunch of coal, right?
Yeah.
That's fuel.
Yeah.
Set it on fire.
Yeah, like go
Put it in a rocket and fly.
power up.
yeah, like so like then the contrast to that, if you're playing the game to have fun, right? That's why I play Skullgirls. I play it to have fun.
You like the game.
Yeah, I love the game. I love playing the game. I love experiencing, like, having the controller in my hand and doing all the cool shit you can do in the game.
Yeah.
I will play anyone in this game. You can be the first time you're playing the game, you haven't played for 5 minutes, but you're just hopping online. I will play you, right?
Yeah.
And I will do stuff that makes it seem like you get to play too, right? Because I already know I can beat you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to win. I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way with Guilty Gear, right? Like, there's plenty of fighting games that I'm just absolutely horrible at, but like, I'm not that good at Guilty Gear at all. But I will play it, and I will thoroughly enjoy myself the entire time I'm playing, because I love the game. I love the way it looks. I love the way it sounds. The music's great. You know, it's really satisfying landing hits and just all the character feedback and you know, everything that you get out of playing fighting games is great. You know, and if you don't like the game, don't play it. Don't force yourself to, you know, get good at something that you just don't like. You know.
Street Fighter
So-
5.
So to round off into the final topic we want to talk about today, going off like the level of play and like the community of fighting games, cross tag battle.
Oh yeah, that.
Is it considered an easy fighting
Okay,
game?
so
So this is the name of our title. Fighting games are easy.
easy. And it's our last topic.
It's our
Yes.
very last topic.
False
You guys
advertising.
were talking. You guys were talking about it a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
about like other fighting games like Arms, and like how Arms is
Oh.
a freaking hard game.
Okay, so I see it. Arms has a character that has 5 jumps and 2 air dashes.
Say that a little bit louder. Aaron.
5 jumps and 2 air dashes. Who at Nintendo decided to make Ribbon Girl a character?
Aaron, you're peeking. You're peeking. You're gonna kill the. You're
Gonna kill the audio.
All right.
Again,
Um,
Talkaka, but okay,
but
whatever.
Anyway, a lot more calmly.
So like, yeah,
Okay.
give me the
So
breakdown
when
of
people-
Bye,
like the
Ian.
levels.
See you later.
Thanks
for tuning in, man.
See you later.
Come on the podcast
Yep.
sometime.
But yeah, so easy fighting games, right? So when people say this, right, I think that they should be like a little bit more specific, because there's 2 ways to say easy fighting game, right? You can no, go to work, Ian.
He said Ribbon Girl is balanced.
No, she's not. Anyway, so when
Sorry.
people say easy fighting game, right, they can either mean easy to play and easy to, well, Okay, easy to control and easy to play, right? Easy to control meaning like moves are easy to pull off, it's easy to move around, etc., etc. Easy to play meaning like you're playing another person, and those controls like don't get in the way of you actually interacting with that other person and having an actual match, right? So there's, get my math straight here, right? So two
Hey,
times.
he's challenged you to money match, bro.
What? Oh my god. You know what? I don't have ARMS on the Switch anymore, but my friend has it. See me next Tuesday. I got you. Anyway, let me think. Yeah, so 2 times 2, right? It can be easy to play, it can be hard to play, and it can be easy to control, hard to control, right? So we'll go through all 4 of the archetypes right now, right? So if it's easy to play, and it's easy to control, and it's easy to play, right? I think right now that Dragon Ball Fighters is like that, right? Where the controls are relatively simple, and no one's pressure is really like absolutely like ridiculous, right now, right? Granted, the game is still new, and it might evolve into that, but right now it's easy to play and it's easy to like control, right? And people like that, right? It's just that like some like more advanced fighting game players think that's like a little right, because they think, oh, it's niche, it should stay niche, right? It should be hard, right?
Oh, it's like the inputs are so easy. Like there's nothing better than a quarter circle. Are you kidding me? Really?
And I'm just sitting there, I'm just like,
I'm just like, dude, just play
have fun with putting the tools of the game together. That's where the fun should come from this type of game, right?
It's always funny because those are the kind of people who are just like aren't like that good at it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, it's so easy. I don't even play it because it's that easy. No, you probably don't play it because you're just not good at it.
Okay,
that's why I don't
Goku
play.
Black is not that bad. Dolphin 52, Goku Black is not that bad. What's he gonna do? Instant transmission behind me for the 6th time? Anyway, but yeah. So on to the other archetypes.
Dolph 152, if you're listening, feel free to come on the podcast and defend yourself.
Why would he keep putting this? But anyway, you just say it super fast. Oh, feel free to come on the stream. But yeah, going on to the other archetypes. So hard to play, or no, hard to control and hard to play. I feel like the only game that really fits that, and I'm sorry, because I have a bunch of friends who play this game and are really good at it, and I respect them for playing this game, but I could never do it. King of Fighters.
I knew it.
Right? So there are, please correct me if I'm wrong, there are 5. Yo! Alright, Dom, come see me. I
Come
got
through,
you.
man.
But there are like 5 different ways to jump in King of Fighters. There's like jump, short hop, super jump, right?
So would you say that's like the hardest fighting game to master?
I think it is.
So there's 2 different kinds of 2D fighting games. There's ones that are like focus more on like the different mechanics that the characters have individually, like games like Guilty Gear, Skullgirls, Marvel games are all like that, right? But then you have games like KOF, where it focuses more on the mechanics of the game rather than character individuality. So with games like that, so like with games like that we're used to, like Guilty Gear and stuff, we learn how to master our character, understand how to play that character at an effective level, how to be able to play against other characters at an effective level. So we're learning matchups, we're understanding tiers, we're understanding like, okay, this character, or people who play this character do this thing, so I need to be able to do this thing against it and stuff like that. You know, you're learning a whole bunch. With games that focus on mechanics, it's less about like different matchups and more about focusing more on like mastering your ability to like put those mechanics into place. So KOF is, I guess you could say, a niche fighting game.
Yeah.
Because it goes against everything that you're probably used to. You're probably like, oh, I need to like learn all these matchups. No, you don't. You really kind of don't. Like matchups take like a backseat in that game. It's really just like, all right, these are all my tools. How the heck do I abuse all of it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
But yeah. So next archetype would probably be easy to control, hard to play. right? So I think this is the best archetype, and I think the game that gets it down. I think the game that gets it down the best is Tekken. Surprisingly, right? So a lot of people, like, if you know anything about me, I'll be like, yo, Skullgirls, best fighting game in the world, right? But I honestly, truly do believe that Tekken has that right balance of easy for literally anyone to pick up, right? So Skullgirls is easy for like somebody who has like a fighting game background to pick up, right? But let's say you're like a 35-year-old dude who's just like, oh, what's a fighting game, right? And you play Tekken, and you press like 3 buttons in sequence on a controller without having to press a button, and you just did like a 20% combo. You're like, whoa, what was that? That was awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
And it goes back to like the arcades in the old days where like, you know, there was like Soul Calibur machines and Tekken machines, and those were probably the most crowded at the arcades because they were the easiest to just jump on and have fun, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. But yeah, Tekken, and while I can't play it at a competitive level, but I enjoy playing it. That's probably like the only fighting game I play like absolutely purely for fun, right? Because
it's definitely a game you can like have friends over and just have a good time, you know, beat the shit out of your friends. But as soon as you go to a tournament, you're just like, holy. What just happened? I don't even know what's going on anymore. Like, what is this? What does all this mean?
Go to the Discord real quick and go to the Tekken tab I made and look at that GIF. I'm pretty sure I posted it there.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah, that.
Boys.
Let's see.
Let me see.
Oh, here, I'm gonna. I'll pull it. You guys can keep talking. I'll pull it up on stream.
Okay.
But yeah, like while we get that second GIF up, I think like the last archetype, and I don't think a game has ever done this. I think the only fighting game, in my opinion, that has this archetype is ARMS, right? So this archetype is hard to control, but like easy to fight other people, right? So I was like sitting and like trying to think about like what game is hard to play, but it's easy to fight other people. Like that wouldn't make any sense. If it's hard to play, it would be easy to fight other people. Or it would also be hard to fight other people. But ARMS, for some reason, I'm just like, so the way you attack in ARMS, and I know I'm saying this right, it's a fighting game that was like made by Nintendo for people who don't know, right?
Another game. Actually, was that meant to be competitive?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
It was actually meant to be like super esport.
Yeah.
Really?
And like it just kind of fell off the map.
Oh,
But
man. Well, how did it do it? It was at Evo Japan, right?
I don't remember.
No,
I
don't even. Honestly, I would have to go back and watch the VODs.
And tell me that's not even true.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's absolutely
Wait. Don't say anything yet. I gotta pull it up on screen.
Pull it up on this.
But
I'm gonna.
Yeah, but yeah. So the way you attack in ARMS, right? So your left arm and your right arm are 2 individual buttons,
Guess
right?
I can't zoom.
So to punch, you press the button, right? But your arms are like on springs or like whatever like
whatever your like gimmick is.
Yeah, whatever
for
your
character.
character's like material.
Throw your arm.
Right?
You can have like a robot arm. You have like a little the little robot dog pet thing.
Yep.
Like there's all these little gimmicks.
Yeah.
But your base character, your Ryu of the game, essentially is Luffy from One Piece, where he stretches out his arms.
Yeah. So
and rubber bands punches you around the map.
Yeah. So as you punch, while your punch is happening, you can like hold left or hold right to change the trajectory of your punch. You can also do this while you're jumping, while you're landing, or you're standing still, right? So, but really, you have like, so you have 3 attack arcs per arm, right? You can press your left arm straight forward, left arm left arm right trajectory, right? So 3 right on one arm, and then 3 on another arm, right? So you have 6, and that's on the ground.
Or if you hit both of them at the same time, you
you can press both of them at the same time and
grab you from a distance. And
put a little live demonstration here.
And the dumbest part about the grab is you can just keep doing it repeatedly from a distance. And I've seen it just completely win matches. And I did it against someone where I'm just like, bop. And then I got up and I was just like, I jumped in the air. They threw a grab. I jumped over it. Bop. You can grab in the air.
Yeah, you can also grab in the air. Yeah, and like this game it's not really close quarters really at all. A lot of it is played when you can like your opponent's like on the other side of the screen, kind of like circling you. So it's actually a very hard game, I think, in my opinion, to play actually reliably and have confidence in absolutely where you're going and where your attack will land. But mysteriously, when you play against somebody else, the game doesn't seem all that bad, right? It's just like, oh, they just ran into my punch that I was just throwing out there to cover space. Okay. Right? And like each hit in arms, right? There are really no combos in arms. Like to combo in arms, you need to hit them into a stage hazard.
You could just keep throwing them like
Yeah, and then hit them. So like, let's say you hit them into an explosion, right? You would hit them after the explosion. That's really as far as combos really go in arms, right? So arms is pretty much all neutral.
Yeah.
There's no like meaty setups or cross up 50-50 Oki unblockable double reverse invisible grab things, right? But on the other hand, it's hard to move around. so I actually think that's the worst archetype, right? And I feel like that's why arms didn't do so well. It's because while it was fun and quirky, right, it was hard to even like crawl in that game, right? And when you play other people, they also are having trouble moving around, right? So it's like neither player is just like, but what I think is the best archetype with easy to play, hard to like master, right? It's easy to come back to. Like,
Yeah.
I can.
So easy to touch on Tekken again.
Yeah.
There's the GIF.
Yeah, that's
That actually
trying
is
to
super
give a Tekken
true.
when you're new.
Getting kicked.
Like
It's
that's
so
basically
true.
what it is. Like some setups in Tekken, especially if you're in the corner. If you're in the corner on the wall, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but easy to play, hard to master. Like I can always come back to Tekken. I can always come back to Skullgirls if I haven't played it for a while and be like, okay, you know, this is the base. I'm good. Let's learn from here, right?
Yeah.
I can't. I feel like if I ever did become like a KOF player, right? I don't think I could ever come back to that after a hiatus. I would literally have to like start from scratch, right?
Because it's so much information.
there's so much to learn. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't think
feel that.
I don't think I'll ever go back to arms unless they like start putting money in it or something. Because it's just like it's so hard to control.
It was on the voting poll for Evo, right?
Yeah.
And
Mr. Wiz, like sometimes he'll go on Twitter like a couple months before Evo, and he'll be like, "Hey, all right, what games do you want?" And actually, in all the comments, like I think probably like 60% of the comments, I was just like scrolling and reading.
Yeah.
All had arms. Right? Arms is not there clearly. The games were already announced, but hey, there might be a side game. So
Shout out to Jay Milan. How you doing?
how you doing, man?
Such a troll pick.
Yeah.
Just be like, that's like one of those joke picks. Where like, hey, what kind of ridiculous shit can we write in? Let's do arms.
So we got about 2 minutes left here. It's almost been an hour and a half. So I just want to kind of wrap things up. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yep.
No, we're not done yet, but I wanted to just say thanks for everybody thank you guys for being here. It was great. Check us out on social media. We have a Discord. If you're not on our Discord, please join. We've been adding a bunch of stuff thanks to our Discord moderator over here. And we also have, I'll share that in a minute, but we also have, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. And then you could hit us up on Patreon if you like what we're doing and you want to support us. Go on there and maybe donate to your boys because we're always out here doing stuff for the FGC, trying to make things great. Make the FGC great again.
Oh, okay.
No, just kidding.
more like we
Make the FGC better.
We can block it. That's my motto.
We can block
We
it.
can block it.
We can block it.
We can block it.
Okay.
No setup is unblockable. That maybe grab one. Then you just jump.
But yeah. Also, everybody listening, Aaron says he will fight you on stream.
Oh my God. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So I'm entering Dragon Ball Z Fighter, Skullgirls, Dragon Ball Z Fighter, Dragon Ball Fighters.
Just say fighters, dude.
Yeah, whatever. All right, fine.
You can't. You stumble every time you try to say that. I was watching the stream from yesterday. As soon as you got on the mic, you were like, "All right, we're here for Dragon Ball Z Fighters," and I'm just like, "Aaron."
But no, yeah, I'm entering Skullgirls, Fighters, and Street Fighter 5. So if you want to come on any Sunday between now and Combo Breaker and fight me in any 3 of those games, I will gladly accept your challenge. I will not in any other fighting game. So I'm trying to keep my brain to those 3 fighting games.
Yeah, and if you're playing Dragon Ball, we host Super Saturdays every Saturday. We also have a full stream. We have plenty of setups around here, trying to make it more and more official. Soon we'll have some DBZ merch. I mean, we already have some merch, but trying to get more collectibles and shirts and stuff like that. So really trying to make it a really cool Dragon Ball night. And then we also have Tekken too. So 2 stations dedicated to both games, and and then we stream it. So check us out. We'll be pretty active within the next couple months. We're going to be doing a lot, so you'll see us all over the place. So give us a shout out, come out, say what's up. Unless you guys got anything else to say, you want to give a closing word. Anybody? Jackson, what's up, man?
I'll 1v1 you in arms.
Oh my
God. That's about the best I can do against
Davis. Yeah, we can say
Goodbye.
goodbye.
Right.
Proper outro, okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Yeah, but thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate you. You are the most important part of this, so thank you.
Yeah. Have a good
it's
one,
not
guys.
me?
Thanks for tuning in. You can watch this back on YouTube, or you can listen to it on SoundCloud and soon to be iTunes. Take it easy. We out.